Hello everyone, welcome back to Lubelska Dolina for episode 22 in the adventures of Feldcorp. Hello everyone, so here we are, just gone 1 in the afternoon on day 5 late winter. As you can see, it's a bit snowy out here still. There's not much of anything we can really do work-wise at the moment, although we do have one small job today. And this is to take some wood chips from our... you remember we had a pile of wood chips in there where that tractor's sitting? We finally got those scooped up when we were moving this snow around before, and got it popped into the back of the old truck here. So quick look, yep, there we go. So we are going to run off down to the the sawmill, and offload this wood chips for a little bit of extra cash just before the end of winter here. And also, we did have a bit of a chat with the bank today. Now, that's why we're sort of starting so late in the day, job-wise. Now, it's actually all mostly good news. Like I said the other day, or the other episode, we are going at them with a bit of a business plan now. So, you know, fingers crossed, it'll all pan out the way we've planned it to. If I can get my words out. But yeah, so essentially what they've said in response to our sort of business plan arrangements, they liked what we had to say. They've said that if we can pay off down to 500 grand, well, this car's coming, we'll have a quick look. We owe them 970 at the moment. So if we can pay down another 470 by the end of the year, end of next year, then they'll sort of allow us to start leasing equipment again, which is very, very good. Now, for contracts, we'll still only be able to use our own equipment, obviously, but we will be able to lease equipment from the local store if we want to. Once we get down to the 500 grand sort of limit there, and we have till the end of the year to do that. But the good news is, the business plan that we're going in with, we own Field 12 at the moment, which currently has a crop of rye in it, which, judging on the yield we got off the wheat on the small field before, I'm hoping we're going to get about 10 to 15 grand, maybe a bit more, off of that rye field when we do it. And with any luck we'll be able to replant that with canola if it comes to fruit quick enough. Then the field 48 we have, that has grass on it at the moment, but that is our sort of silage field, as it were. So what we're going to do is put corn in that at the beginning of the year. I think it's sort of early mid-spring, I think, just avoid that tree branch. Yeah, it's sort of early on in spring we'll put corn in that grass field, and then do a silage cut on that later on in the year, and then replant it in grass again. And obviously we've got the new contract with the BGA now for 200,000 litres of silage as a minimum. And that minimum should get us at least, I think it's about 44 grand we'll get off of that. Possibly a little bit more. I can't remember if I did the maths correctly or not when I was doing that. But yeah, with any luck we should get a good... I mean, we'll easily get like 50 grand or more off of the silage that we sell in the... let me do this because I'm getting it all wrong. Trying to talk and reverse at the same time is not good. We go wood chips. See how much we get for that. But yeah, so you know, we're looking at getting minimum 50 grand out of the BGA for all the silage work that we'll do with what we get and whatever we get from contracts and stuff. Because just as grass, that field got us about 93,000 litres of grass cuttings, which we put in the bunker silo. So yeah, that was a good solid 96,000 litres of silage off of just that one field as grass through the course of last year, and that's actually really good. And then we're also going to buy field 13 shortly for I think it's around 46 grand, and that is going to be with slight change of plan, because that is the field we're going to put the new pigsty in, because obviously we're doing organic pigs next year. Well, not organic pigs, but I mean, yes, organic pigs. But no, we're doing our Going Green project now as well. So, oh god, not going to make that. Back in behind the cement truck. Yeah, the Going Green project, that's progressing nicely. We've got the wind turbines up already now. The bank was very pleased with that, because that's going to net us quite a bit per year. I don't have the numbers with me offhand because they're back at the container, but it was something in the order of about 55-60 grand a year, I want to say. Maybe even more than, or 50, no, that was per season, I think. Yeah, it was about 55-60 grand per season we were getting off of the payouts from the wind turbines, so that's really good. And with all that, we'll be buying up field 13 in a little bit when we get back, and that's also where our pig pen's going to go now, because it's got a nice flat area up at the top, and it's got better access than where we were looking to put it before. I was going to go down there on the snow, but never mind. Yeah, so, oh crikey, what did I hit there? I must have caught the curb or something. That was mental. Okay, well that was unexpected. Luckily the pedestrian just had his quantum singularity belt buckle on today or something. But yeah, so lovely. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, field 13. It's got a nice flat area up at the top of it, which we'll go and look at here in a minute. And that is where we're going to put the new pigsty when we get that. Now obviously we're not going to get the pigs right away because we don't have the food for them, but let's just park up over here. But with any luck, that'll give us time to get the money saved up, and the contract with Mr. CDP. That should all come in at about the right time, so we can get some get the pig food and then get the pigs sort of fairly early on next year. And then we'll obviously have income from them later on in the year as well. So all in all, I think we're looking pretty good. Yeah, this is the top of field 13 here. This is where we're looking at getting that pigsty. So it's a nice flat area. And if I hop into the building mode quick, we can just see the plans. I'll show you the plans for the pigsty. Where is it now? Gotta find it quick. It's actually a pretty neat little pigsty. It's from the Bartson V3 manufacturers. It's this one here. It's 30 grand for 90 pigs. And it's a fairly chunky old building, but it's kind of hard to see with the snow on at the moment. But yeah, what we're going to do is put it somewhere up in this area. That way we'll get a little bit more barn space as well. We can store some things in. This road or track that kind of leads up the side, we can, I'm not sure quite where it is on the field because of the snow, but it's sort of somewhere around just past that tree, I think, unless it's on this side of the tree. But we'll figure it out when spring comes in. But we're going to put it sort of roughly around this area, and that works out great because it takes off a bit of the field, but it's a fairly flat spot. So the construction fees, from what I've been told, shouldn't be too bad. And that's a good thing, obviously. And you see our wind turbines, they are actually spinning over there now, which is awesome. So they are generating plenty of money for us. But yes, this is where the pig pen is going to go. Lovely little flat spot up here. We are also thinking in the future, don't they look cool? Yeah, in the future we may get a pig food sort of mixing unit, which we're looking at maybe putting up here, but that'll be further down the line. So first things first, what we are going to need to do is buy this field. So if I go to the correct menu, then we'll come up here, field 13, there we go. It's just over 46 grand, so we are going to buy that. And let's see, we still have some work to do down on the little sort of community project that we've got set up, where we took the trees out previously. Once it's thawed out, we'll look at doing what we're going to do over there. And essentially it's going to be like a little sort of mini orchard / allotment area for sort of the locals to use. And it'll generate a little bit of money. Oh god, I left my indicator on. Dear, good thing we spotted that quick. Yeah, it'll be like a little sort of fruit tree area with some allotments and little garden patches and stuff like that, and we can supply them with manure from the pigs when we get them. But yeah, so essentially what we're now going to do is progress through till either some snow clears, the ground temperature comes up, or spring happens, which pretty much is going to be all of the same, pretty much all at the same time. We will check the chickens quick as well, because they probably could use a bit of food. Yes, they can. So let's run down here, hop over the old wall, fence, whatever it is, grab one of these handy bags of wheat that we did the other day, and give it a little thing in here. It's just so handy that, because you don't need to get a vehicle out, you don't need a trailer or a bucket or anything like that. I mean, okay, this tractor's parked right here at the moment, but yeah, you just grab one of them, dump it in. It's really handy. So yeah, we shall sort of bunker down for the last little bit of winter here, and we shall likely recommence the videos in spring. But we have a game plan, and with any luck we'll be down to by the end of next year. I think things are going to be looking good. So I should go park that up in the truck. Park the truck back up around the side where I had it before. So yeah, so we'll get that field, and obviously once spring begins as well, we can. We've got that field rather. Once spring begins, we can get into that field and get it all set up and dealt with nicely. So we'll just leave this around here for now. And with any luck, we'll be able to finish those fertilising contracts as well soon, which will be a little bit of extra money for us. Oh, and because I keep promising and forgetting, the last thing we are going to do before we do anything else is pay off the bank. So we are going to pay back 5, 10, 15, 20,000. Smashing. That'll take us down to 47. And between all the wind turbines and everything, we don't have to worry about losing any money from the loan fees at the beginning or the end of each day. So that's very handy. But yeah, so I'm gonna hop in here and watch a few videos and chill out, and the family's doing okay over there, and we'll maybe play a little game on the old video game machine if I've got one in here somewhere. But yeah, we shall see you all again in a couple of days when winter has finished. Well, hello everyone. As you can see, spring has definitely sprung. The snow has all melted away, and we're getting a new start, or fresh start, to the new year. And we're at the top of field 13 right now, which we picked up just at the end of winter. And it's now 11 minutes past 9 in the morning. But we've had a busy few days in the start of spring here. We've had our builders in, and we've got this fantastic new pig pen built up here now, which is brilliant. And we've still got a fair chunk of field 13 left that we can use for growing stuff on. But yeah, we got this smashing new barn now. We just pop down the side here, back out onto the back road. Has some access out here as well, so we can come down. We've got a couple of ways to come down. We could sort of sneak down between the fields here if we needed to, or more specifically, there's a track down here that we can get to as well, and then come up the back. At some point, we might put in a an actual track somewhere up between, maybe up this side of the field. Yeah, just sort of shave a little bit off. So we've got a bit of a road that goes down there to the farm. But yeah, so at the moment we've got Yannick working on some contracts, doing a bit of fertilising, and we are going to hop into the old Ursus 1014 as it is now. It was the 1012 last year, but we did that upgrade over the winter, and we are going to get out and survey this field. Now you can see I've driven on it a little bit to get up here, but it is, obviously it's withered wheat. I think it was wheat. But yeah, it's very, very dead, sadly. But okay, let's not lower. Open. There we go. Now this is quite a chunky thing, so we can go down a little bit on the road here. Let's go down to about there, because we don't need to get it from too far back. Let's get one here, and then I think we can basically get away with like 2. It should be enough. As small as these fields are, and it is obviously going to cross over ever so slightly. Oh, the brakes, and going downhill. Yeah, it's going to cross over a little bit into the other 2 fields, but that's no big deal. So we got these 2, lovely, and we'll go ahead and fold that up and send those off now. Luckily it is just a small field, so we don't need much. And we should get those back in a little bit, so we can see what's going on. But, oh, so samples have been analysed, €200. That's not so bad. So we're just going to pop this back in the shed here, and have a quick look at the soil map. Just back in there, okay. Now that is down. And we'll just squeeze along here, unhitch this, and get back out, because we are going to cultivate this, assuming it doesn't need ploughing, of course. I have to check on the map for that in a moment. I'll have to get that cedar out of the way as well. That's awkward. What we might end up doing this year too is upgrading some of the equipment. But we'll see about that as we go. Okay. We'll just pop this in front of the other one for now. No, we don't want to load it up with seeds. Close, please. Or don't. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Or just reopen. Okay, pop that there. Now I'm hoping we can actually pull this now, because that would be really awkward if we couldn't. But we should be able to. Okay. Get that all up there. Lovely. So let's have a look at the soil menu here. Okay, so we've got a bit of silty clay and some sandy loam. So I think it was this one we went to, wasn't it? Yeah, it's got 109% maximum yield, and this one's just 100%, so that's... no, it's not. It's 89%. Massive yield, 109. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, field 13 should be fairly decent for us, I'm hoping. So let's get over there and have a crack at this. I forget how... It's raised, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. With any luck we can. Seem to be dragging a little bit. Did I connect the hoses? I thought I connected the hoses. Yeah, I definitely connected them. Maybe it's just heavy or something. Okay, let's continue up here and have a crack at this. So now, while this is going on, what we'll probably do is, come on tractor. Well, we are going uphill. It's a little on the slow side, but it is kind of a steep incline, that. And this cultivator, I believe, is a 100 horsepower requirement, and we have 100 horsepower, so we're kind of pushing it a bit. But there we go. Oh, that was fine. Okay, lovely. So we'll just go straight all the way up here and then flick around to the right and just clean that little corner patch off. But yeah, so what we'll do is, while we're doing this, we'll actually pop up the Yannick cam up in the corner there, so we can watch a little bit of him fertilising along the fields there. And he's out in the southwest corner doing fields 140, I think 43 to 50, possibly. We've got a few contracts down that way that he's getting for us, so that's all good. Just going to back up and get this, and yeah, we'll leave that running. And oh, I keep missing a spot. That's so awkward. That's the one problem with this being a trailed cultivator. Nice cultivator though it is, just being trailed can be a little bit awkward sometimes, at least for this tractor. Because I've missed it again, haven't I? I've managed to go both sides of that tiny little patch of grass. Lovely. Well, not grass, but dead wheat. Okay, that got it. Lovely. Actually, yes, doesn't have quite the turning circle I'd hoped it would. Ah, that's okay. Yeah, so we shall plod on with this. What else are we going to do? Yeah, we've got to lime this, obviously, and give it some fertiliser. What we are going to do with this one is pop in oats. We're going to get oats in early into this, because those we can plant on day one of spring, which is what we're on now. The other two fields that we've got at the moment, we've got this little grass field here, which we are going to do as potatoes. But potatoes, well, let's just pop up the menu quick. Oh, the chickens are good. I thought I'd brushed them out. I'll have to go back and check that. The planting windows, here we go. Oats we can do right now, so we're going to put those in this field. And potatoes and corn that we're doing in the two grass fields, we have to wait until mid-spring sort of time, right about when the grass is ready to harvest. So what we're going to do is put a little bit of digestate, since we're going green now obviously. We are going to put some digestate down on the two grass fields with the old Unitrack. So we'll get that underway and continue, just sort of let that grow for a little bit and maybe get one quick cut. Oh dear, I must have driven over that in the snow last year. Oops. I just saw a great big mistake on that field. Yeah, I think I must have driven over it in the snow when we were up here clearing stuff. Whoopsie. Well, yes, we'll try not to look at that until next year, when it's a bit less, or later in this year when we harvest it, then it'll all be fine. But yeah, so we're going to put digestate on the two grass fields and try and get at least one cut off of them this year before we turn them into their appropriate new crops. So that's good. And yeah, I believe now Yannick is finished down there with everything that he's been doing, so he'll come back up at some point and switch out with Alexander, and he's going to go off and do some other contracts we've got our eyes on. So we shall carry on clearing out this field quick, get this done. We've got the lime to spray on here, and then get the oats in quick as well, so we'll carry on with that and see you back here in a little while. Alright, we are back again now. We got the field cultivated and limed, and Alexander has picked up the tractor, or taken the tractor and headed off over to field 4. So I think it's field 4, oh, it's field 5 he's working on now. So we are going to cash in these contracts that Yannick had completed for us. So that's a nice chunk of change we got there, and we've also got those 3. 15, 17, 19, 21 and 22, I believe. Now 15's that little diddy one, so we'll probably, we could do that too. But 17, all these ones up here, we are going to grab these as well, because one of the lads can get on with those. Yeah, let's do 15 as well. Yeah, one of the lads can get on with those while we're doing, or what we're doing, which is good. I think 28 was one of the odd side ones, wasn't it? 28, yeah, it was one way down there. Well, that's fine. That's plenty of contract work to be getting on with for now. So, what we are going to do is start seeding. We are on oats, and hopefully we're going to have enough. If we don't, we've got some more back at the farm that we can use. And I have a feeling we're not going to need to fertilise these, because this field, now where we cultivated the withered crop into it, I think still had whatever fertilising state it had before, which is pretty close to being maximum. So these oats are going to be pretty well fertilised right off the get-go, and we're just leaving a bit of space here so we can just fill in around at the end, do a quick headland after we've finished the sort of the main up and down stretches. Yep, there we go. Now, this is obviously quite a small little patch up here in the corner, but yeah, if we do it like this, then it should minimise any destructive soil compression we may or may not do if we're not careful. So pop that in. Should be. Oh no, left a bit of a gap. Back up. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see out the back of this tractor, but we'll get it on. Now, what I should do is line the front up with something, but I think we're good. No, I missed a complete line. That's awkward, that is. As you can tell, it's been a while since I've done seeding. A little too far back. Okay, plop that down there. Now we're going to get it. No missed spots here. Okay, so it's not taking too much seed at the moment, which is good. So we shall carry on with this and catch up again in a short while, I think. Probably not too long. What's that? Yeah, we should be able to get this central path hopefully straight the way down there, with any luck. Yeah, so we are back up to 60 grand now, which is smashing. That's a nice healthy number for the bank account. Yeah, we are still going to need a few odds and ends of equipment here and there, and we've still got the sort of community project area that we are planning to work on, but we're just waiting for, I think we're probably going to wait for early, or mid-spring rather with that, so we can get the, maybe get a cut off the grass quick. But it's looking quite nice down there, so that is good. Why does that look? Oh, that's a shadow from the building that's doing it. I was looking at that thinking, hang on, it's not seeded on an entire square there. But I think it's, yeah, it's the shadow of that building. Boy, that really threw me off, that did. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Crazy. Okay, missed a spot again. I think it might be this cedar too. It can't quite decide what its width is, and we keep catching it just on the line, so it's not sure quite where it's going, but that's okay. So yeah, we're going to carry on with this again and see what comes of it. In fact, I think just before we do that, hop out quick and have a look at the fertilising sort of state of the ground, as it were. Oh wow, oats only needs 100 kilograms of nitrogen. We are not going to be doing so well out of this crop. Let's change something quick. Oh, contract on field 5 is finished. So we shall adjust that slightly. What I'm going to do is turn the seeder off and try some barley quick. Oh, and then we just got a notice from Alexander, he's finished a contract. So I'm just going to check a spot of barley there. I'm still saying oats. I know I planted barley in it. What are you talking about? Barley. Yeah, barley's a little bit better, but not exactly a lot. Okay, we'll just do it as oats. That way we can make sure the whole thing gets done the same, because it's not going to make much difference. I was hoping that barley might take a little bit less, or have require more fertilizer rather, since we've already got that fairly high state on here. But never mind. So yeah, we'll continue on with this. We'll get Alexander sorted out on the next contract, and I'll see you back here shortly. Right, we are down at the BGA now. We've got a quick taxi down here after we finish seeding the field, and we're going to pick up our truck and load it with digestate and take it back up to the farm. Now, I'm hoping that we can actually unload from this into the Unitrack. That would be really handy. Let's see if we can fill up from there. I can never find the trigger for this thing. Ah, there it is. Do I have to open it first? Ah, there we go. Okay, and we have, looking at that sign back there, 149,000. I think we had about 150 odd thousand before we started, but that's cool. So we've got 25,000 in this lovely truck, so let's head on back up to the farm with it and get started spraying our fields. Or slurrying, digestating, dribbling. I think that's what we're doing. We are getting stuck on that building, aren't we? Oh dear, that's gone a bit wrong, hasn't it? Did not turn well into that. Let's try again. There we go, that's much better. So yeah, we'll belt it back to the farm, and we're just going to overtake everybody because we're in a nice fast truck. Oh, a fell corporal, a bit close there. Whoa, all over the road. Maniac in a lorry. Okay, yeah, smashing. Literally into things. Yeah, that's a nice little tanker attachment we've managed to get shipped over, so that's good. Yeah, obviously we've had that there for a little while now, but yeah, I'm hoping we can unload from this directly into the little Unitrack thing, and we'll see how that goes. Otherwise we're going to have to look at maybe getting some sort of digestate storage up here. I'm not sure exactly what we could get. There is that portable bag potentially that could be useful, so yeah, at least that way then we could get a lot of digestate up here on hand. So what we shall do is park up here next to this truck, turn that off, hop out, grab the broom and sweep the chicken again, just in case I missed something earlier. In fact, let me just check. Are they... No, they are still at cleanliness 0. Oops. And this should be their feed pen area. It's weird, there's for some reason it doesn't show visible dirt like the other ones do. Oh god, I swept up some snow. Well, at least the broom's working, we know that. So, yeah, that should be it. So that's where you put it in at. Let me just throw it all the way over there, because we all know how good these brooms are. Back over the fence. Okay. Yeah, let's just give this area a little clean as well, just in case. Pop that there, and what was that? Oh yes, the Unitrack. So we're going to need to work a little bit of magic with this thing, because it is currently in this building. But what we are going to do is zip out this side, back it in to this side, which we can't see because there's a thing on our back. Let's just go with that. Oh cracky, that's the wrong angle. Okay, yeah, let us... Now, hang on a minute. That was all the way over there in the corner the last time we did anything. Because I put it there specifically so I could park this here. Okay, let us detach this. Come on, cables. There we go. And... oh no, put the cables back on. Unhitch that. Drop that off. And sneak out of the barn. Okay, now we are going to have fun with the digestate attachments. Hopefully, since this is empty, it's not going to weigh us down too much. We shall see though. And of course I really parked that truck a bit close, didn't I? Right in the way, as always. Come on, under you go. Lovely. Hoses are you? Is there a PTO on this? Oh, that's the hoses again. And there's the PTO. Lovely. Okay, well this is going to be fun to use because I have never used this before. And will you let us fill up from here? Probably not, knowing my luck. Because that would be far too easy, wouldn't it? Yeah. I could have sworn these things would unload. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of it or something. I know it's going to unfold that if I do that. Well, let's see if I can. If I have to be all the way up, because the thing was in a weird spot, wasn't it? So, yeah, that's not doing anything there. Okay, so we may have to actually get a thing. What do you call it? Thing? Oh, hang on. What did that say? Oh, overload. Okay, we have to do it from this one. Okay. Well, that works. Assuming it's putting it into this. And it has. Splendid. Okay. Let's see if we can overload into the other one. No. Okay. If I do that, it's going to take it back. No, we don't want to do that. To overload into something. Okay, we've got one of them filled. That's something. No, in the wrong one again. Let's try getting back in this. So, oh no, it's overloaded everything. Lovely, okay. Well, in that case, I'll toddle off up here. But we do need to but turn off this truck first. But let's get it slightly out of the way because it is really, really in the way there. Oh dear. What am I like? Okay, we're just going to park it there for now. So we can get some of this stuff done with the Unitrack. Okay, now it did occur to me too, this field of oats that we've sown and the field of rye down there, they are unfortunately non-organic, so we cannot use them at the moment. I mean, we can, plough it and grow it rather and harvest it, but we can't actually use it for animals or anything. What we have to do is now open. Okay, is there? No, I'm on the wrong one, aren't I? There we go. Now we load. But yeah, the oats and the rye field back there, they were fertilised with other fertiliser. So, did I not lower this? I don't think I lowered it, did I? Did I? Lift. Okay. Lower. Why are you not applying? Are we at maximum? Oh, we're at perfect. Okay, well in that case we're not going to be putting anything on this one. Fair enough. Well, that was easy. Let us zoom up here and we'll run over to the other field quick and see if we can do anything in that one. Well, that's going to be a tiny disappointment if we can't actually fertilise the grass, because I could have sworn I checked the grass and it was low on fertiliser. Oh dear, watch out for the person walking randomly across the road and crash into a sign. I should drive better, really, I should. Okay, well, let's see how this one works. It probably doesn't help having all-wheel steering on either, really, does it? Ah, that's this one that needed the nitrogen. Okay, I knew something did. So let's get this thing out and lowered. And lowered. There we go. And let's start dribbling. There we go. Oh, lovely. That is excellent. So this is going to be our first green field. And that's great, because if we rotate this to anything else that we want to use for actual food purposes, we can. Because from this point on it's going to be completely organic. Which is brilliant. Dear. A little bit of a bump there. One of these days we might have to smooth that out, but today is not that day. So yeah, let's continue around here. Well, this is exciting. This isn't actually using quite as much fertiliser as I thought it would. I mean, it's honking through it fairly quick, to be honest, but it's putting down 60 kilograms. I think it's on automatic. Yeah, it says it's on automatic. Obviously this is digestate, so it's only going to put down a certain amount. Oh, and I see our tractor is slipping as well. I may have to go and check on that in a minute. Let's see about this. Are we going to... Ooh, we're going to spin around is what we're going to do. Okay, I think we got up on a ledge there. Yeah, so we may have to make 2 passes over this field, possibly. Because if we're only putting 60 kilos down, it may need a bit more than that. But we'll see. You know, I'm thinking we might just be able to get it in 1 tank load, which is not bad. Or at least get the first distribution done in 1 tank load. I have a feeling Alexander may have got hung up on a bush over there. Or a tree or some such. Because we all know how that goes in this game. Uh-oh, there's a thin streak that we can't quite get just to our left. I don't think we're going to have enough. No, we are going to be short. Okay, I'll take this back and grab some quick and then come back down here and finish that off. And we'll get Alexander sorted out as well. But yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this has been, and it's been interesting, please hit that like button and comments are always welcome, and do hit the subscribe button too if you haven't already. And yeah, comments always welcome, and sharing this video would be greatly appreciated. And I thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time. Cheerio.